Hi, it's been a while, but it's good to see you again. In today's episode of Exhort Me, Inspire Me, I'd like to share with you on the topic, The Weight of Value Part 2. In the previous episode, we looked at the fact that value carried weight and it was an expensive commodity which people would do anything to get in touch with value. But in this episode, I'd like us to look at it from a different perspective altogether. You know, the law of attraction is a universal principle which states that positive thoughts and actions reap positive rewards and experiences in one's life, whereas negative thoughts and actions reap the same in one's life. How many times have you thought about something and then you realize that it happened just as you thought? Well, that is the law of attraction in manifestation. If you should think negatively towards a person, that is the same negativity that will be returned to you. If you should think positively towards someone, that is the same positivity that will be returned to you. If we say that the law of attraction is a universal principle which could be applied in every area of our lives, then we can apply that in the context of value. So we can be bold enough to say that the exact measure of value that you place on someone is the exact measure that will be returned to you. If you honor people, you will be honored. If you belittle people, you will be belittled. There is a statement that says that what you don't celebrate, you cannot attract. And I strongly believe in this statement. If people are around you, make sure that you value them. If you are with your co-workers at work, make sure that you place a higher value on these people. Value your family, value your friends, and value your loved ones. If you are at the top of the ladder today, and you find people at the bottom of the ladder, make sure that you value the people at the bottom of the ladder, because the tables can turn and life in itself is a seed. What you sow is what you reap. If you are also at the bottom of the ladder and you desire to be at the top of the ladder, make sure that you place a high demand of value on those at the top of the ladder. If you should see people of greatness, if you should see people of honor, if you should see honorable people at the top of the ladder, make sure that you don't speak ill of them. Make sure that you always value the people that you find at the top of the ladder. That is, if you wish to also be at the top one day. Now, what are the action steps that we can take in order to attract value in our lives, or in order to make us men and women of value? First of all, don't overestimate yourself before others, or don't see yourself as too big than other people. The emphasis here is on the word overestimate, because there is, a healthy place. There is a place for a healthy self-esteem, which is good. You should have a healthy self-esteem. But the moment you begin to overestimate yourself, you begin to see yourself as too big, in quotes, than other people, then that's what the problem is. If you should do that, you begin to belittle people. So make sure that you don't see yourself as, overly important than other people. Now, let's see what the Bible says in Romans chapter 12, verse 3. I will paraphrase this. It says that, "For I say, through the grace given to me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly." I'll stop right there. So, as you can see, the Bible speaks for itself. We don't have to think more highly than we ought to think, or we don't have to see ourselves as extremely important than other people. When we do that, we do not place value on these people. Action number 2, add value to others. There are several ways of adding value to others. The least of them could be just words of affirmation. If you should see someone wearing a nice dress, or if you should see someone dressed neatly and sharply, just the mere fact of passing the comment of, "Oh, my dear, you really look good," or "I like your outfit," when you should say these words to the person, you have added value to the person. And I'm sure that one day you will also receive that same value in return. The highest form of adding value to people could be you investing your time, investing your money, investing your effort in helping people reach their potentials. If you decide to, sacrifice your time in helping other people, you're adding value to them. If you should decide to invest your efforts and your money in making sure that people become the best of themselves, that is you adding value to others. Action number 3, do not speak ill of people, or don't think negatively towards others. Whether the people are ahead of you or they are behind you, make sure that you never ever speak ill of these people. And I want to believe that if you should follow these 3 steps, you will surely attract value in your direction. Well, this is all I have for you today in the Weight of Value Part 2. And until I see you again in the next episode, make sure that you don't overly estimate yourself in the eyes of others. Make sure you add value to people, and also make sure that you do not think or speak or even act negatively towards others. Remember this always, that what you don't celebrate, you cannot attract. Well, until I see you again in our next episode, keep on adding value to others, and I'm sure that you will surely have value coming your way. Peace.